and today is the last day of Progressive Overload 2.0. Still a tongue twister after all this time. You will need a band with handles. If you have a loop band, that'll work too. It might just be a little bit awkward for one of them, so grab a band if you have it, and also you'll need a chair or a ball.
Also grab yourself a mat and a bottle of water, and let's work out together.
Okay, just a reminder, you're staying on one exercise, doing it for 20 seconds with a 20-second rest, repeating it 3 times. To start off here, you don't need any equipment. It's everybody's favorite, but it's also the best warm-up for your entire body, burpees. If you need a modification, you can do like Miranda here with a chair. Next up, you will need your band. Like I said in the beginning, you could use a loop band for this one. Just make sure it's a lighter one. We are going to open the chest, really getting a nice stretch here. This is not an exercise that is intended for you to hurt. So this should be something that completely warms up the shoulders and should feel nice stretch through the chest. We are both using bands with handles, and you can see we've just kind of curled them up in our hands to make them at the right length. You're going to stretch the band up overhead, come all the way back behind you, then bring it all the way back in front. Great job. Your full body should be all nice and warmed up. We're gonna move on to those exercises that we have been doing for the last 6 weeks. So you should be pretty familiar. Again, take a look at your weights from last week. They should probably be the same. However, if maybe last week it felt a little light, let's try and go up. Again, you're doing it for 20 seconds with that 20-second rest, and you're repeating it 3 times. If you are going pretty heavy on these skull crushers, be sure that you are going nice and slow. Do your best to not hold them together because then we want to isolate your right and your left arm. Come down near the ears and extend all the way up. Grab your ball or your chair, whatever you use to do preacher curls. That's our next exercise. So make sure you grab the weight accordingly. Again, if you have gone heavier, it might be a good idea for you to alternate these bicep curls over the ball or over the chair, as maybe doing them at the same time could be too much on your joints. All right, push those elbows back, come all the way down, get a nice stretch through your bicep. It's as important as the contraction. Then you want to curl all the way up. Really focus on squeezing that bicep each time. Great job. Stretch out those arms, and we are moving on to our shoulder exercises. Take a look at the weights that you did last week. Let's try to stay there or possibly go up. These next couple are a little bit harder to go up just due to the nature of your shoulders, so do your best. Holding your dumbbells close together, or they can even touch if you'd like to. You're gonna come up towards your chin, elbows flare out, really focusing on the ball of your shoulder doing the work here. Great job. Set those dumbbells down. You'll most likely need to go a little bit lighter for this next exercise. It is that bent arm side raise, so make sure that you grab your weights accordingly. Elbows and wrists should be aligned, then your elbows should come up to shoulder level the same time as your wrists. We're focusing again on that divot part of your shoulder, so the ball of the shoulder. Great job. We're done with the exercises that we've been doing for the last 6 weeks. We've got a couple of bonus exercises here. So make sure you grab some dumbbells that you can do a hammer curl with. That is what's coming up next. Grab a drink and rest until. Keeping your elbows in, curl all the way up, all the way down. Now, if you've gone too heavy on weight and you feel your body rocking, go ahead and change out your weight and do it with great form. Grab your band with the handles. If you do not have a band, no problem. You can do this exercise with some dumbbells. So make sure you grab some medium dumbbells if you don't have a band. Make sure you grab that drink of water. We're gonna work triceps next. Bent over, your elbows are up nice and high. Extend your arms all the way back, really focusing on your triceps here. Make sure that your back stays nice and flat. Way to go. We are finishing off with some core exercises. You have 2 exercises left. You do not need any equipment except for your mat for the next 2. Laying all the way down, legs straight. You want to come all the way up, touch your toes. Now, if this is too difficult, you can hold a dumbbell. It will help you get up, or just come up as high as you can, or maybe even bend your knees a little bit, as you can see Miranda does here. All right, last exercise of the day, and to finish out this progressive overload 2.0. You do not need any equipment, again, just your mat and your body. Knees are bent. Now if you want to make it harder, lift your legs off the ground, make sure they're right above your hips. We're doing alternating crunches, so opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Suck in that belly button, make sure your low back is really pushed into your mat.
6 weeks.
Yes. Don't forget to subscribe, comment below, and join us for our Cut 6-week program starting, it's like a week after this. I don't know exactly the date, but don't forget to join us for that.